I cannot just sit there and wait. I have to do things, especially when people are here. So yeah, I can only say that I well helped out on 2 Kickstarters of 2 tabletop RPGs. One is Hidden. What is it called? Oh, wait a second. My dog wants to get in here again. Hold on a moment. Hi. Is it boring out there? He's going to be here. I think. Yeah, he is. You know what? I'm gonna close so I do not disturb the rest of the family. Yeah. When my mother and sister do stuff out there that is not involving our dog, he comes in here because he likes to be here. Yeah, but I helped out, or well, donated to the Kickstarter of Haunted West, which is a Wild West RPG. I did not read so much about it, but it looked a bit nice, if you say so. Oh, right. I thought of trying to figure out where did I leave off. Okay, and here, I'm gonna try and remember the voices. It was a bit of a while ago, so sorry if this is weird. Prosecutor von Karma? You mean... No, I heard his successor this time. Oh, successor. Sorry, it was my voice. Successor? Manfred von Karma was a really sinister man. He pulled all sorts of nasty tricks, and so he could win. And I also want to say the other one. Does anyone know from Free League Publishing a game called Lost Lands? Sorry, I have the Swedish version. It's called Song of the Swords in Swedish, but it's called Lost Lands in English. They have actually a Kickstarter for an add-on, which I also did, because I love that game. Never played them though, but I do love them. Trying to find some people for that. He pulled also some nasty tricks, so he could win. Yeah, I remember him. That was the dude that sounded like some sort of Darth Vader. Vader. Sorry, I don't know why I say Vader. Waiter, check please. Yeah, but his voice was dang. Who knows what sort of dirty tricks he used to get each of those guilty verdicts? A lot of them. He actually was a... Do I have something? I do. Why do I always have this here? Oh, shit. I don't really know why. I just notice it here now. Why do I even have that there? And now his successor. I wonder what kind of person they will turn out to be. I believe he actually was a murderer, this guy. So yes, he's a prosecutor from the first game. But he did hide that he murdered a it's called the defense attorney, sorry. So also he could not take out a bullet he had in his shoulder because then people would know. So he still had it for all those years somewhere around here. No wait, where the heart is here, perhaps here, I don't know, it could be somewhere. Like here is more dangerous because that is close to the heart, the closest. It's no good. Mystic Maya! Pearly? Oh, what voice did I... Oh, sorry, my dog wants to get out there again. Be free! His bum is just sticking halfway in. You should up. Thanks for coming all this way. I was really worried about you. Hey, where's your mother? You need to come together. Mother is watching over the trainees. She said they're having training for 2 days straight with no breaks. Huh? Then you came all by yourself? Yep, I snuck out in the manor and followed a map. Sorry. Oh, my nose. Ooh. Don't tell me you walked all the way here. Of course not. I ran. Oh god. Wait, how long did it take? Did it take a train or a bus? And it took 3 hours, did it? I don't remember some of the last streams. if I edit this, I have to check and just put it in there because ran, holy shit. That's, oh my. Why do I get so sniffly? Oh, sorry, I might actually start to sneeze here soon. If it takes 2 hours by train, oh man. Yeah, like, that is far away. I know how 5 hours by fast train is from where I live, almost a half an hour by a normal train, but a fast train, 4 hours perhaps, 4.5 hours up to Stockholm, which is the main city of Sweden. I wasn't this sniffly before. Why did that happen now? God. Pearly, what about the train? Huh? What's a train? I give up. It's time, isn't it? I'm really scared. What if Von Karma tries to do something to me? At least I know Mr. Edward would be nicer to me than Von Karma. Mr. Edward? Who is that? He's Nick's rival. Well, he's also a friend. Yeah, and I believe this is still the start. I think he actually... Oh! Oh, and then I'm like... Kingdom 2 Crowns. I think I have the normal kingdoms, actually. I don't know, it's a bit fun of a game. I don't play it that much. And that's true. I do love those small emojis you just send with those. It's so goddamn funny to watch them. So that I can put up here so I can see something there. Oh. I still remember him as thought I'd see him only yesterday. Whoa. Ooh. Every trial was a scorchingly fierce battle until the very end. It was always back and forth with them. But when you're rivals for life, Maya, please don't mention that name ever again. But why, Nick? I'm sorry, I forgot you don't know. He's gone. And he's not coming back. What? Wait a second. What's that supposed to mean? Court will commence shortly. Please proceed into the courtroom. Let's go. Now it's not the time to talk about that anyway. I think so many things actually happened to under his time of work that he actually quit, if I don't remember. Yeah, and this is the new Von Karma. Court is now in session for the trials of my affair. Are the prosecution and the defense prepared? Yeah, and she does more or less the same thing. What's with this kid? Mr. Wright, are you prepared? Yes, Your Honor. Why does he always seem to be mad at me? Mr. Phoenix Wright. I don't know really what to give her. I did not really prepare for this. You must be a little shocked because I'm a woman, correct? I'm trying to give a little squeaky voice. Hold on. So she's the famed successor to prosecutor Von Karma, huh? Yeah, I know that. I think I played a game. I don't know what I did, but I believe I played this game or something, and somehow I managed to get the in a way so I believed it. I just read like, wait a second, I just saw that guy. Is he dead? Like, you cannot say that. But yeah, I believe he just quit. He got tired of being used and not told everything. I'm Franziska Von Karma, the prodigy. I see. I gave up on a promising career in Germany and came to this country for one sole reason: revenge. Revenge? Is this about her father, Manfred Von Karma? If something's of a personal nature, I'm sure you can... I'm very certain they actually confiscate shit like that before they get in. So why does she have that? Why? Okay. Yes, that's bad. If you interrupt again, my whip will do the speaking for me. Please speak with your mouth like a normal person. I beg you. Make no mistake, I will defeat you. Prepare to go down, Mr. Phoenix, right? Prosecutor Von Karma, your opening statement, please. Those of Von Karma blood have only one fate, and that is perfection. The defendant, Maya Fey, will find no escape from her guilt on my watch. Very well. What is the defense position? Your Honor, does the defense wish to enter a plea of not guilty? Yes. Foolish fool who foolishly dreams of Foolish fool who foolishly dreams of foolish dreams. Why? Did you... Okay, 10 minutes. I'll give you the defense 10 minutes before it changes the plea. That's right. I'll have you just running for the justified self-defense plea in no time. Justified self-defense. A plea usually reserved for when a person unintentionally kills a defense of themselves. Yeah, I believe I remember what has happened here, but that's the thing, we only know about Maya being possessed by a ghost and a shot that came from within the room and a dead doctor. So the question here is now, why would she want the defendant to actually have a self-defense? That's the question. I think they don't say that at least. The defense stands by the plea of not guilty, Your Honor. Because the plea justified self-defense is to say you did kill someone. Well, self-defense, it depends on, like, someone can die even in self-defense, but depending on what they try to do, it's... yeah. Like, I just remembered watching 911. I'm not so much for drama series at all, but they're more a bit of a normal action in that than it is drama. And I believe there was someone, an ex-husband, trying to get someone he wanted, and just believed that she was the fault, but she still loved her or something. And it ended up with her just bashing him in. I think my sister counted for about 13 times, and he died, was dying in the 10th. So yeah, welcome to the stream, by the way. Hope you enjoy it. I was just talking about a bit of a series here. How foolish. Is that how you want to play it, Mr. Phoenix, right? And I shall now call the first witness. She's just as scary as her father, like daughter, I suppose. I want to hear her objection, because I know that Manfred has her father had a deep rumbling voice, like it was like terror is approaching. I don't know her voice at all. Witness, your name and occupation? Yes sir, my name is Dick Gumshoe. I'm a detective at the local precinct. Get to the point already. Explain to the court the details of this murder. Yes sir, if everyone could just please look at this map. So yeah, this is the chamber. This is the channeling. The channeling chamber has no windows and the door was locked shut. At the time of the murder, only the victim and the defendant was in the room. Victim and killer. Like, they say victim and the defendant, so it doesn't really work for me here. What were they doing in there? They were channeling a spirit, sir. Channeling a spirit? This is quite a look for disbelief there, Your Honor. Anyway, a few minutes after the channeling started, gunshots were heard coming from inside the room, sir. A few of the witnesses broke the door down and rushed into the room. That was when they found that the victim was already dead, correct? Yeah, I was there, literally, so... Well, welcome to my stream. The stream is put on delay intentionally to see if it can keep up with my streaming because of my bad internet. So if I say welcome a bit late, it's because of that, but I can see it updates here. Floor plans, technically more or less loaded floor plans. So, how was the victim killed then? Can you tell me that? I'm just gonna take this a bit far away because I can see it's very up in the yellow, this thing. I was about to get to that. Stop wasting my time then. I think I forgot about the squeakiness of her voice. The direct cause of death was a pistol shot to the forehead, sir. Oof. The shot was fired from point blank range. But before the victim was shot, sir, he was stabbed in the chest. The wound was very severe, but not enough to cause an instantaneous death. The murderer used a pistol to finish the victim off after the stabbing. Yeah, so here's the self-defense. So, wait a second, so... That's the thing. Why would she have a knife with her? That's the... like, why? Because he had a gun, I believe. So, the victim was stabbed before being shot. This is the victim's autopsy report, sir. After being stabbed in the chest, he was shot in the forehead at point blank, and it doesn't say that he owned a gun. The court accepts it into evidence. Mr. Wright, you may question the witness. Okay. Always the same. No! There is actually a game. No, it's 2 games. I think none of the 3DS games actually have Dick Gumshoe with them. Because I remember another detective in one, and I don't believe there was another detective at all from the other. The Spirit of Justice. What was the Dual Destinies had one, though. But it was not this one. Okay, so we're gonna press this. We already know what they say, so... The murder weapon, Detective Gumshoe. Whose pistol was it? Yeah, here it comes. The thing. It was the victim's. The victim? Now, why would he have... She sounds kind of normal, but the problem is I cannot do voices just like that. So that's why I'm gonna try and make a squeaky voice. Why would you have a pistol? Who cares? The point that you are missing is whose fingerprints are on that pistol. If you're not already paying attention to that, then I suggest you start. How old is she, by the way? Because they say kid. They say kid. Okay, yeah, she is fairly young with, like, she's the same age as her. Absolutely not the same age as her. So, yeah, young, but I would say normal age. But at the same time, she became a prosecutor in Germany at 13. That is too early. Fingerprints. There were fingerprints? Along with the victims, the defendant, Maya Face, were also on the grip, sir. So the defendant's fingerprints were left on the murder weapon. Walked right into her house there. Okay. Point blank. I think I've learned how actually they know about point blanks. Point blank, huh? So how far away is that? It is anywhere between 12 to 20 inches anyway. I don't really know inches because I do centimeters, so I can't really convert what that means. And how do you know he was shot at point blank? Mr. Phoenix Wright, I grew tired of the foolish foolery of the foolish fools of his foolish... Flipping heck, is that the only word she can use? Excuse me? Gunpowder burns. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, because it's point blank, the gunpowder from the gun just like sticks around where they were shot. Gunpowder burns. Burn. When someone is shot from point blank, a burn area is left around the bullet hole. Gunpowder exploding is what makes the bullet fire, and that gets real hot, pal. Yeah, it technically explodes, that's why it gets hot. And that's where the definitely some gunpowder burns left on the victim's forehead. Wow, never knew that. Live and learn, I guess. Okay, so before he was shot, he was stabbed. If he owned the gun, then why was he stabbed? Stabbed, and what was he stabbed with? Do we have it here? Oh. We don't. A fruit knife. I see. And whose knife is that? Whose knife is that? Wow. It looks like it belongs to Miss the Facer. And of course, my face fingerprints are all over it. All over it, huh? This doesn't look good. What will you do now, Mr. Phoenix Wright? I have no clue. We'll just go through this and see what we can do. I feel I'm just gonna need to have a sniffle. I don't think I need a paper. I'm just gonna go and get some paper and I will be right back. I need to sniffle my nose a little. Oh, I'm back now. I don't really know why it becomes like that sometimes. Because it wasn't before I started stream, and when I started stream then it just... Chew! If it had been half an inch more to the right, it would be hit the victim's heart. Inch to the right, so... about... Yeah, about in the middle, just about the ribs area, I would say. After a stab like that, it's impossible to fight back, let alone stand. This testimony makes it sound like Maya had stabbed him with the intent to kill. Yeah. The murderer used a pistol to finish the victim, so... Are you sure he was stabbed first, then shot? Yep, sure can be. One look at the wounds and you come to the same conclusion too, pal. Again with this, a foolish fool who will only listen to foolish opinions of other foolish fools. Why only those words? A pistol shot to the forehead at point blank is certainly enough to kill instantly. Does it matter then which was first? Even she must understand that does mean something still. Think a little more before you open that big mouth of yours, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What a pain, I bet. That's enough. We have clearly established how the victim was murdered. I brought the two murder weapons with me today. I don't know, one was the murder weapon, one was more or less a harming weapon, did not kill him. Very well, the court accept them into evidence. Can I check them out? Because I better believe that when we played the extra episode last time we could check things out a bit more. The date and the time of death was June 19 at 3:50 p.m. Eyewitness claimed to have heard 2 gunshots at this time. And 2 murder weapons, both with the defendant's fingerprints on them, huh? It does seem like an open and shut case. Open and shut. Sometimes it feels like I try to read too fast and miss a bunch of what I'm trying to read. So I'm gonna do this just so I'm a bit in the middle. Naturally, it's going from bad to worse. Instead of summary just now wasn't oversimplifying things to the extreme. Your Honor, feel free to slam that little gavel of yours. After all, there is no room left for doubt, is there?
That is quite true, Mr. Wright.
Yes?
Even in the face of all this, do you still not wish to plead not guilty? It's the opinion of this court that if you do not adjust your plea, you stand to lose.
See, just as I promised, Mr. Phoenix Wright, you would change your plea in less than 10 minutes.
What will you do, Mr. Wright? Will you change to justified self-defense because now would be the time to do so? This is your final chance.
This is a huge decision. I'm gonna think this through. And the thing is, if I do self-defense, you will still be taking a self-defense. Like, here's the thing: there is one shot to the forehead, but two bullets were fired, and he was stabbed. So that's the bullet hole. It looks like a bullet hole. It's literally that. So I'm a bit uncertain here. Like, if I take self-defense, that means you will still be taken as self-defense. Not guilty. I don't know if they want to have that somewhere, but I think I'm gonna take not guilty just to fight a bit more. It might be bad. If we plead justify self-defense, we would basically be confessing to murder. After the trial, Maya's life would be ruined as she'd be labeled a murderer. I can't let that happen. Yeah, so just do continue fighting. Your Honor.
Have you reached a conclusion, Mr. Wright?
The defense will not change its plea. We will accept nothing short to complete an acquittal. Acquittal? I don't really know the word. You have sealed your fate, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Detective? Yes, sir. Why did you not say ma'am? Like, she's a woman. I believe. Well, I believe. Present the final portion of your testimony. The final strike.
Yes, sir. Now, see here. Proceedings are run by...
You could more or less understood that would happen.
Oh, yes, of course. Go ahead, detective, and give your testimony.
I think the court would like to hear about the other piece of incriminating evidence. And I don't actually know what that is. Sorry, pal, but there's an even more incriminating piece of evidence. This is a costume the defendant was wearing at the time of the crime. As you can see, it's covered in blood. The defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. The defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back, but he was. Because I cannot show that because we do not have it in the evidence yet. But yeah, there was on the wait a second, left sleeve, right on the screen, but left sleeve for them. It was actually a giant hole through the arm.
So this is a costume. There certainly is evidence of a back spray of blood on this.
This piece directly links Maya and Faye to the crime scene.
I see. The court accepts this into evidence.
Yeah, but at the same time we can only see that. No, wait, I think we can... Oh, shit, sorry. I want to... No, we can't check it. Maya's fingerprints on both murder weapons and blood splatter on her clothes. Could this situation get any worse? Uh-huh. What's wrong? You seem to be at a loss. I think this is the last piece of testimony the prosecution should have to offer. Feel free to sulk off with your tail between your legs, Mr. Phoenix Wright. At least she's polite to say Mr. Oh, welcome to my stream. Sorry if I missed you. And at the same time, my stream is literally on a delay I want to have, just so it doesn't really mess up my stream, because my internet is very weird. Oops, my chair is a bit too big for this desk. This is technically a working desk and not a streamer desk, so this chair is a bit too big. But I love this desk. Yeah, I bought this spring, and it is so lovely. It is so much space. It's better space than the other one, where I had my legs like this. Okay, so sorry, pal, but there's an even more increment. Ah, yeah, we read this. I'm gonna check something. When I was reading at the time, there's blood splatter, but the thing is, I saw a big giant hole there. As you can see, it's covered in blood. The defendant attacked to kill the person without him not fighting back, but he did fight back. He wasn't fighting back. How do you know that? How do you know if he was or wasn't? We cannot find no evidence that the victim put up any sort of struggle, pal.
So, did the murderer have a fight with the victim or not? Depending on this, the circumstances around this murder changed drastically.
Yeah, in a bit actually. If only I had something to prove that the victim did fight back. Well, Karma, she thinks she can decide the verdict with the testimony alone. Well, I find a critical contradiction somehow, and then I'll have her. Okay, so I'm gonna check something. I'm gonna save for safety reasons, because sometimes will mess up drastically. So yeah, fighting back. But here's the thing. This was behind Maya. Oop, wrong button. So I'm gonna take this thing and... No, it's still up there. Shit. Yeah, I thought it would, because... Gunshot! Wait. Whoops. My bad. I thought we started over because I messed up there. There we go. Why didn't you say so in your testimony earlier? You're kind of scary today, you know, pal?
Come now, Mr. Wright. There is no need for that kind of attitude in my court. Alright, just please stop glaring at me like that.
I'm gonna go back and check the series out sometimes. Oh. Maya's costume. Yeah, she was wearing this when we arrested her. She was wearing her channeling costume today too. Is she not allowed to wear anything else? Actually, I've never seen her wear anything else at all, ever. Not even Pearl, actually, when I think of it. This blood on the costume. Lab results show that it is the victim's blood.
So there is blood from the victim on the defendant's clothes.
Definitely not good. So, were there any other clues you could glean from this piece of evidence? Well, if you must change the topic, then the good detective here must testify again. But too bad, not enough time. Let's move on.
Yes, Miss Von Karma is perfectly correct.
Oh, even the judge is on her side. Yeah. It's always on the other person's side. Press further. I believe this is the part. This is the little dot in the sleeve. Why is Miss Von Karma suddenly putting up a resistance? There must be a reason to why she suddenly threw out an objection like that. There must be something about this costume. Yeah, as you can see, just somewhere, I'm gonna there. I know probably you can see it, but yeah, it's a big, giant hole. Not giant, but bullet size.
Mr. Wright, Miss Von Karma's logic is perfect. There is no way for you to poke a hole in it.
Of course, he says poke a hole in it. There is one little thing. Exquisitely, because you say poke a hole, I'm gonna poke a hole in this. Actually, there is something very wrong with this piece of evidence.
What?
What are you talking about, pal? She's quiet because she knows.
Wherever this problem you're talking about, where is it?
I've come this far. There's no turning back now. Yeah, It is... The problem is right... there. Hopefully I put right there. I asked the court to please take a look at the sleeve of this costume.
The sleeve? There is a tiny hole here.
A hole? That wasn't in the report.
Hold on. What is this around the hole? It smells faintly of gunpowder.
Gunpowder? No one ever told me.
A hole that smells of gunpowder.
Hopefully Von Karma here is getting a bit of a bashing. Your Honor, the only logical conclusion you can make is that it must be a bullet hole. It is a bullet hole, it is a bullet hole.
Order! Order, people! This is a very grave matter. It's best we correct the court recording first before anything else.
Check the button for detail. Sorry about that, I guess we made that messed up, sir. No, because she knows. Is she actually smiling? Yes, she is. She definitely is. Well, welcome to my stream. I hope you enjoy it here. Taking a bit of a chill, just playing this game, trying to make voices. I don't know if I'm good at it or bad, I'm just doing mine. Put your stuff together, detective. That tiny hole doesn't change a thing. The strength of evidence still holds. Continue with the testimony that just now was a fluke, nothing more. It's not a fluke, she was actually defending herself then. Unbelievably. How can you say something like that? This is a huge oversight.
While I agree it is a mistake on the part of the police, what Prosecutor Von Karma was said is true. The evidence still stands. If you do not find more definitive problem with the evidence, then yeah. Oh, welcome, 3 people. Hope you enjoy it here. I'm just doing my best to stream here. At the same time, best. I'm doing what I can and what I love. So hopefully you enjoy that. Detective Gumshoe, please continue with your testimony from the very beginning.
Yes, sir. Yeah, without fighting back. This is the problem. She was fighting back. Detective Dick Gumshoe. I do love, like, they call him Dick Gumshoe. And in the middle of everything, when you're just going to say his name, it becomes Hey Dick. It can't be the worst name ever. Or is it the worst name ever? I don't know really. It might be worse. Yes? Having you call me by my full name is kind of a weird feeling. You said my client killed a person who without a doubt was not fighting back. Yeah, I did. Then, what may I ask is the bullet hole you police overlooked supposedly to mean? What does it mean? I'll tell you what it means. It means that the victim had fired a shot. Is this what it means to not fight back? Ah, you're right.
It seems you're correct. If the victim had tried to shoot the defendant, then it would change everything.
Alright. The wind seems to be shifting the winds, and she's... I don't know what she's thinking of. What is with that "are you finished yet" laugh? Ah, there it comes. Are you finished yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Miss Von Karma.
It seems that Maya Fey was shot at by the victim. However, this is only grounds enough to support a justified self-defense plea.
That is correct.
But I'm sure you remember, Your Honor, what the defense clearly said. They rejected justified self-defense and plead not guilty. Okay, I now know what she's up to. A bastard of hers.
Why, that's right.
Yeah, that's extremely right, apparently. Which means the defense has yet to prove anything at all. Yeah.
Well, yes, that is true, but...
Furthermore, just the fact that there is a bullet hole in the costume is not enough to sustain even a plea of justified self-defense.
How so?
Don't just stand there. Hurry up and tell the court what transpired that day. With the new information we acquired added in, of course.
You mean by myself?
You want me to put together the scenario by myself? And he's so happy of it as well. That's the problem. Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Oh, he's just... He's like a little puppy, this guy. During the channeling, the defendant saw a chance to stab the victim in the chest. Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back, sir. No, because he said he could not fight back when he was stabbed. So, ha! Take that! While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. The defendant picked up on the opening took the victim's gun and ended it. Yeah, he just messed up himself.
The scenario you have put together does make sense.
Yes, sir.
Well, Mr. Wright.
On the surface, it does seem to make sense. However, I won't give up. I only found some. I found something because of what he said. I think, does it say here somewhere? Stabbed in the chest, point blank. It doesn't say anything there. Murder weapon, small fruit knife, belongs to my friend. Okay, nah, fingerprints, nah. I believe it's this thing, because I remember what he said.
Please refrain from glaring at me like that. Now then, your cross-examination, please.
Yeah, because he said so himself. Being stabbed takes so much out of him he could not defend himself. So we're gonna jump directly here. I'm gonna press him for this. So he was stabbed, but the stab wound didn't kill him. But you think about the blood loss, he was probably hurt pretty bad. How badly hurt would you say he was? Actually, I went to give blood the other day, and afterward I felt a little lightheaded and dizzy. I guess the damage was maybe about 10 times the dizziness. Sorry. Yeah, she don't really like that. I do not know if this one, because I remember what he said. That's the thing. It only says this is the murder weapon. No. Shit. Messed up. Okay, we're gonna just press here and see if we can get it out of him. Perhaps that's what I'm making for mistake here. There is quite a difference in height between Dr. Gray and the defendant. Add in body strength and it seems unlikely the defendant would have stabbed the victim. Now that you mention it, yeah, I guess. You think you can get away with such a flimsy reasoning, Mr. Phoenix, right? Maya Fey was in the middle of channeling, was she not? Something tells me she knows about it. When channeling with a Kurain channeling technique, the medium physically changes. With the nurse's build, the defendant would have easily been a match for the doctor. I don't believe it. She even studied up the Kurain channeling technique. Apparently. Like I said before, I am perfect.
About what you were talking about, I don't quite get it. Never mind. Let's continue with the testimony. As long as you people know, I'm just gonna sit up here with my gavel and just wait. Leave me out of this.
Okay, so yeah, we already done the fighting back. Where in the world did that pistol come from? It looked like the victim, Dr. Gray, had specifically bought it for that day. But a handgun. He got it off the black market about 2 days before the murder. Yeah, why did he bring a gun? Because it wouldn't really help. She's a channeling medium. So just killing her would not really end anything. Was he taking precautions against something? Perhaps it was for self-defense. So both techniques have ended themselves for now. Okay. It's a bit sketchy. So you're saying that the bullet hole in this costume was made then? Sorry, pal, but yeah, that's what I think. The two of them were already fighting when the shot was fired. I'm really glad you weren't hurt. The Phantom then picked up on the opening, took the Victim's gun and ended it. Yeah, there's something here I don't really can't get. It might be this thing, because it is so low that it cannot be while they were standing up and fighting. The victim had already taken off the safety. With the safety off, even an amateur like you can fire it, just pulling the trigger. Yeah, that's the thing. Aiming is though the worst problem. Especially, wait a second. Aren't these like rather powerful? Technically it's not a pistol, I would call it a revolver, right? Because aren't these things rather powerful? I think I've seen someone try and shoot to just hold it like this and just get it slammed to the face. So, yeah, shooting is one thing, hitting, that's the other thing. Now do you understand? Avant Caramel logic is perfect. You mean like shooting a person and blame it on someone else? There's gotta be a contradiction in there somewhere. Sorry, I didn't really sleep well this night, so I'm gonna yawn a bit here, unfortunately. This is the thing, fighting, but I believe it's this thing, but I don't know what I need to actually have it. No, Mimiminy. Okay. 8 inches of the ground, looks like a bullet hole. An old steel key, green jewel is set in the center. No, a diagram of the channeling. Doesn't tell us so much right now. Point blank, resting around the bullet hole. Yeah, we know that. Of course, the victim used lost strength to fight back. Oh, wait a second, I see something here. Stabbed in the chest, then shot at point blank. No, wait a second, that's still the same. Sorry, I messed up there. Because then shot that and was shot there, but there are 2 bullets, which means... Yeah, because this does actually tell it's very close off. This is gonna get bad. Yeah. We can do profiles. I'm gonna check through the profiles here. No. Nope. God, those eyes. It's a bit scary, actually. Was Mimiminy. Eeny meeny. Like, I would call it Eeny meeny. It would be fun if it was Miny Mo, but it's just Mimiminy. Eeny meeny miny. Like, it doesn't work. Minus aunt, family Fae branch. Okay, age questionable. Apparently, her age is questionable. Okay, there is nothing really here. Had a malpractice incident, murder during the channeling. Yes. Okay, during the channeling, the defendant saw a chance to stab the victim in the chest. Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. Stabbed, then shot. So it does work. The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. The defendant then picked up on the opening and took the victim's gun and ended it. But he has said so himself. When someone just got stabbed, it was more or less impossible for him to do something. I'm a bit uncertain here, actually. 1 year ago, on May, a patient died from malpractice at Grey Surgical Clinic. Minor nurse at Grey Surgical Clinic died after falling asleep at the wheel. No. Dr. Gray's autopsy report. Just used the loss of his strength to fight back. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. The defendant then picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun and ended it. I don't know. Shit, like I am in a stalemate here. I'm gonna just check if I did this one. There's quite a difference. Oh yeah, okay, so the body stuff. Channeling, yes, we know this. Yeah, we already know this. The loss of his strength. So he was stabbed, but the stab wound did not kill him. Yeah, so this we've already seen. We have seen everything here. So we need to present something here. But the problem is, I can't really see what. The problem is we need to find an order. What I understand, we need to find an order of how things is. Like who attacked first. This doesn't really tell us. It says stabbed in the chest and then shot point blank. This only tells us how far down the bullet went. Nothing. This doesn't tell us anything. 2 shots were fired by Maya's and Gray's fingerprint. Doesn't really say anything else there. A small fruit knife belonged to the face. Bear Maya's fingerprints. Nothing there. And nothing here either. It's just blood and a bullet hole. But I remember he said that the guy, when he was stabbed, he lost so much blood that he could not fight back. I remember it. Oop, shit. Where in the world did that pistol come from? It looks like the victim especially brought it for that day. Handgun. He got a black market about 2 days before. the music continues. I don't know if it is that I missed something or if I'm just bad. I'm gonna do the gun because we already know that he bought it because of it. I'm gonna do it here because he mentions the gun here. Nah. Messed up. I know, I just needed to try. It's something here, I just can't really see what it is. Yeah, I know. So this is game over. I don't believe I had one before, or perhaps I had. It's just to start from where I saved. And that's why I save sometimes before I actually do stuff. Oh. Oh, I think I managed to hit the button at the right time. Sorry, wow, that just came out of nowhere. Victim used the strength to fight back. Okay, I'm gonna use the gun here. Oh, not again. Oh, it's like something is sticking in my nose. I just don't know what it is. Oh, like, wow, why is it? It's like a pinch in my nose. Okay. Missed, so... I don't know, what is it? It's like, something is like pinching up in my nose. I just don't know what it is. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna... Oops, why do I have the light dashboard on? I should not need that on. I'm gonna cheat. I don't know what it is. This is the only gun I'm gonna cheat on this. First, I'm gonna load. So, sorry. Oh. Wait a second. Episode 2 part 2 1 trial. Sorry, I think I also need to get more paper. This is too far. Oh, I'm on 2-2. Okay. Okay, so apparently it is very, like, it's not fully